Gotta tell you, don't panic. We're going to commit to the run. When we commit to the run, you're going to see success. And that's what's got me fired up today. About the records, all I want to see is commit to the run. Real like Jordan Scarlett today. Lee Davis before he got nicked up, catching balls out of the backfield, splitting the gaps between the tackles. Really enjoyed that part. Damian Pierce with the long run at the end. What was it? How long was that damn thing? I gotta tell you, boys. What was that? 68 yard rushing touchdown. But again, the play calling is what I love, man. For my numbers, I counted 25 rushes, 16 passes. And again, that's a recipe for success. I don't want to see our quarterbacks throw the ball over 25 times a game. Hell, if we can keep them under 20, even better. But really, you got to give a big props to the special teams today. He showed their ass with the sack on the first possession right there coming straight up the middle. I guess you could call that a block punt, but hell, he never kicked it to block it. I call it a sack. You know what I mean? But hell, anyway, it's a turnover on down. And give me this on Amari Barney, the true freshman, somebody we talked about all spring, showing up on special teams with a block. Cleveland with a recovery.
Did I say that right, that Florida State got beat by Syracuse?
Florida State got beat by Syracuse. I appreciate you bringing that up on the Gator. Yeah, what about FSU? I mean, you think it's hard times losing Kentucky. Try losing to Syracuse. I mean, do they not play basketball up there? Hey, but hey, always take the points in Syracuse. Remember, you used to tell me all the time, you win some money bet on teams like that. Yeah. I can't wait to get you on here, LSU, Florida. We're going to raise some hell. Yeah, that's old pop.
If you don't start stopping that run, though, Georgia's going to tear them off the beat.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Got to stop throwing. But they're at home, baby. But anyway, yeah, man, where were we? Yeah, special teams showing their ass. Amari Barney stepping up. Big time right there. The field goal, the special teams on field goals, making all the field goals. I think we hit 2 today. That's all we attempted. We didn't miss any. That's a big deal. But again, really proud of the play calling. Let's get some reaction. Call that together up real quick, see what she thinks about it. And again, they said it was soft. I didn't see nothing soft. Better feel again if you want to talk about these Florida Gators in that kind of manner, son. I tried to tell you. At one point in that game, they had -1 rush yards. I think that was in the third quarter.
Hello?
The Lance and Jasper show. How you feeling?
What's up, Lance?
You sound better than last week, and I'm excited this year. I mean, yeah, ain't it funny? Ain't it funny how the narrative changes? That's why I never panic. You know what I mean? Now, if we lose to Tennessee, I'll be the first one to call us out, but not yet.
I mean, there's still some things that we still need to work on. Like, I don't know what is going on with Felipe. But I think that they need to reopen the quarterback competition, but that's just me. Maybe I'm overdoing it, but he keeps, like, making dumb throws. I don't understand it. Like, I don't get it. But other than that, I'm proud of the way the defense played, and I don't understand why Damian Pierce is not starting. If he doesn't start next week, I'm going to be pissed. He needs to start. I don't understand. Maybe you could tell me why he's not starting. Like, is he not practicing hard enough? Like, what is it?
Well, he's still young back. I mean, there's no need to rush to action. I mean, I don't mind him not getting as many carries as P. Ron and Scarlett. I mean, again, I'm surprised he's playing at all. So, anytime you can get him in the game, he's doing a lot. He's showing up. So I can understand from a fan's perspective why you want to see more touches. But here's the deal. The quarterback don't bother me. What I like today was the commitment to the run, something we ain't seen all year. I mean, I counted up 16 passes and 25 rushes. So if Franks is only throwing the ball 16 times, granted he missed some, but he did have a couple touchdowns. Sheontae Lewis dropped a touchdown pass, I thought. So again, I kind of like the quarterback play if you're not going to ask him to throw it over 25 times a game. I think you'll see Pierce get more touches as the season moves along. Just right now, we're still giving up too many third downs, and we're not creating enough possessions for ourselves to get all our running backs the carries that we want. We only had 10 possessions. That's not a lot. The third down defense is what's really jumping out to me on TV. I mean, we cannot get off the field on third down.
it's not good because our schedule just got a whole lot tougher. I didn't know LSU was going to be that good this year. Like, I did not expect them to beat Auburn. That shocked the heck out of me.
Yeah, me too. I picked Auburn to win that game, and again, I think too many times we get caught up in where the game's played at instead of who's got the best talent.
Yeah, that's true.
Not saying LSU got more talent than them, but it was a close push, especially from what you've seen this year. You would have to say, I would say LSU's win over Miami is more credible than beating Washington.
Yeah, I guess you could say that. Well,
we just get caught up in last year. LSU struggled, lost to Troy. Everybody still got that in their minds. Ed Orgeron can't coach. I get all that. Same thing in Florida. 4-17 last year. Oh, God, they lost to Kentucky. They're going to win 5 games this year. I mean, it's an over-panic from the reaction, fans, and it just happens every year in college football. You never know what team you're going to get week to week, and that's what I say last week. I just feel like we got full of ourselves. Do we have a reason to get full of ourselves? Hell no, but for whatever reason, we got full of ourselves. But I expect a focus and a commitment to the run, and damn it, we got to get better on third down defense. But if we can clean that up moving forward, we got a chance to win some ball games.
Yeah, we're definitely going to get better on third down defense, especially with teams that we got playing coming up. So
I like our special teams. Talk about our special teams. I mean, are you kidding me? 2 block punts. I mean, damn.
That's the only bright
Swain. What about Swain returning one?
It's bringing back memories of the Meyer years when we dominated on special teams. Like, I'm so glad that Mullen has put an emphasis on special teams because special teams wins games too.
Oh, I agree.
Not get it twisted.
I mean, it's all about field position. That's the key to college football. I mean, and that's how do you control field position? Third down defense and your special teams. What about Freddie Swain running one back? I know they got you fired up. I mean, I was waiting on a flag myself, but it did get me juiced.
He is a man child, isn't he? Like, he's completely stepped up from last year. Like, he surprised me. You know, I thought Ben Jefferson or Grimes would have taken that role, but he's starting to become a little beast back there. I don't know what's gotten into him, but yeah.
Did you watch the game? You watched the game on TV, right?
Yeah, and then I had to leave. But,
did you see Coach Mullen over there talking to Freddie Swain? Then he came back out and had that big return. Then later on, he scored a touchdown.
No, that's the one that I missed, but I heard about it.
Yeah, man, go back and watch the tape, man. I think they had to kick off and they had a flag, and so they had to re-kick it again. And you seen Coach Mullen on the side talking to Freddie Swain, and on the next one, he had a big return. And then, of course, later on in the game, he had a touchdown. But that's what I love about Dan Mullen, man. He's communicating with everybody. He ain't just allowing the assistants to coach. He's doing the coaching. Whoever makes the play, he's up there talking to them, coaching them along. Man, I just think his confidence and his poise is rubbing off on his team. I think he would admit last week he got a little tight. The play calling got a little panicky. But this week, I've seen a commitment to the run, and that's all I wanted to see. And the run defense was a hell of a lot better.
Yeah, it was much better. Definitely much better. But still got some stuff to prove on. Like, I think they need to start putting in Brent Heggie more in the game. Don't you think so, Lance? Offensive lineman?
Yeah, I like Brent Heggie a lot. But again, I like the offensive line performance the offensive line's performance for the most part today, just because we committed to the run. And that's something I don't think we did in the first 2 games. I think we were trying to force Franks. And this week we really committed to the run. And I really like what I've seen out of the offensive line. And next week I think you'll see more of Tony. I think you'll see more creative runs. And we'll get more big plays instead of just the power stuff you're seeing right now. Because I just feel like running the ball is our only chance to win the games moving forward. We cannot afford to try to shoot it out or throw the ball with any of our quarterbacks in my mind. Even though we got dynamic receivers, we're better getting the ball underneath and letting them make plays and trying to go over the top.
Yeah, I agree.
And maybe Trask is better than Franks. And like I said today, I mean, after the second possession or third possession, I was like, what possession? The third possession. I mean, a quarterback change is lurking. That's how I felt because Frank started slow and he wasn't playing right. But again, I think Dan Mullen knows how to coach. And again, I don't care who the quarterback is. Florida Gators can win this year. And I said it before the spring. I seen 3 quarterbacks we can win with. So whoever the quarterback is, the Florida Gators are going to be successful as long as we commit to the run and our defense gets improved. And I'm praying we get David Reese back next week. And damn, we need Sean Davis too because our secondary is a little weak on third down.
Yeah, hopefully they'll be back for Tennessee. We're definitely going to need them on the road because, correct me if I'm wrong, but has Franks won a game on the road last year?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Because I'm worried about him on the road.
There ain't no way he won one on the road last year because Kentucky, he got pulled, so I don't think you can give him the win, right?
Yeah, so I'm just a little worried about Felipe and his confidence, and if something happens, he'll get rattled. So hopefully we have a good run game plan going on for next week.
Well, that's what I say. Keep him throwing the ball under 20 times. Get more Wildcat going next week with Tony. Get Tony the ball more. Let's try to get Cleveland involved a little bit more. And I think Grimes only had 1 catch today, which I like to see him more. I mean, this guy's a playmaker. And maybe Jacob Copeland will be back this week. But again, we just got so many people to get the ball to that we're not creating enough possessions for ourselves by getting off the field on third down. So it's hard to complain about people not getting touches because the third down defense is killing us. I mean, 10 possessions in this game is really just – I think we had 11. I apologize. But either way, that ain't enough. We had 8 true possessions against Kentucky. So our third down defense has got to help our offense out.
Yeah.
They're not going to score every time. You can't expect them to score every time. So they need more chance. If we can get 14 to 12, if we can get 13 to 15 possessions a game, then, oh, man, I think but again, 48 points. But again, you had help from special teams, defense, and niggas stepping up, getting some key sacks on that one drive, forced fumbles. We're playing as a team. We're running the ball. Special teams is great. Those are recipes for success. And I can't wait to get to Tennessee, man.
Hey, are you going to that game?
No, that had me killed. You know that. I'm a wanted man in Mississippi, and I'm a wanted man in Georgia, and I'm a wanted man in Tennessee. Luckily, I live in the hills of Jasper, and nobody can find me.
Okay. Well, thanks for talking to me, Lance.
All right, man.
Eat some dinner with the family.
All right, you're the best, Lady Gator. I appreciate your time. Go Gators.
Go Gators.
Enjoy the swing.
All right.
Oh, we got him down. Let's see who you on next. What about my man? Let's get the quarterback on here. Let's get Dustin. I know he's fired up. He always talks some crazy shit. We ain't got a crowd. Let's get this thing rocking. Where's everybody at tonight? You only watch. We get more fans when we lose because everybody wants to hate.
Hello.
You live on the Lance and Jasper show. How's the quarterback?
Yes, sir. Hey, I'm on the party bus. We are.
Oh, you want me to get back with you?
No, we're good. It's not a real party bus. It's I should be more specific in my words. I'm part of the University Alumni Association, and we got a trip going from.
Well, how's everybody feeling? How's everybody feeling after this week? I mean, is anybody talking soft? Is anybody talking quarterback change? Is anybody questioning this run game? Is anybody talking about the offensive line? I need to know.
Man, we're excited. I don't know if you can hear it, but in the back of the bus, people are jamming to Ain't Backing Down. And that's what I saw for the first time since we started singing that song as a tribute in the between the third and the fourth quarter. Man, we didn't back down. Especially on special teams. Man, I'm super fired up about how our special teams played. The quarterback can be a little bit disappointed with Franks, but I'm excited. I'm proud of Mullen. I know that it's easy for a coach to just pull a quarterback when they're not playing well. But hey, this is
How'd you like? How'd you feel about the play selection tonight?
I thought it was better. I thought we ran the ball. Again, it's hard. The Gators only ran 44 plays. It's hard to get a rhythm with that little of play selection. But I thought that when we did have drives, I thought we were intelligent. We ran the ball. We threw the ball. We did, Felipe made mistakes early through that pick, but I think our play calling helped. I think our play calling, alleviated some of those mistakes, and I think our defense came through. I was very happy to see how our defense played, especially going up against an offensive. I call Colorado State an offensive juggernaut. I knew they wouldn't be much on defense, so that concerns me a little bit about the offense. But hey, defensively we showed up. Special teams showed up. Offense is making strides. We're running the ball, well over 200 yards rushing. Man, what's there not to be happy about?
Well, this is what
we're gonna enjoy this win, 48-10. It's a beautiful day to be a Gator.
Hey, God's always smiling on the Gators. That's why I couldn't understand the frowns last week. Now, let me tell you this. Yeah. What I counted, when Franks was in the game, this is what I came up with. The play calling. You had 25 rushes, 16 passes. So, again, that's where we need to be. We need, like I talked about all week, we need to commit to the run. We need to be run heavy. I'd rather see 55-45 run. I don't even care about being balanced. I want a heavy run. And moving forward, I think you're going to see even more of a run because I think you'll see more touches for Kadarius Toney in the Wildcat. I think you're going to see Damian Pierce have more than 5 rushes this week, 68-yard touchdown for the true freshman. But again, like you said, we didn't have many plays, so it's hard to really get all the people touches that we need to get touches to, like Grimes, Cleveland, and Pierce. But here's the deal. The third down defense is why we're not getting a lot of possessions and plays. We're getting killed on third down, whether it's 3rd and short or 3rd and 7, 3rd and 10, 3rd and 12, 3rd and 16. We're getting our ass kicked. We got to clean up the third down defense, and that will help our offense because the special teams is doing their job. The offensive line did their job today. The running backs did their job. And the quarterback, he might have been a little bit inaccurate. He had the interception, started slow, but he bounced back with 2 touchdown passes, and he made some good plays.
Yeah. I 100% agree with you, man. I just, just to pull out some numbers, we did only gain about 340 yards. But if you divide that by 44 plays, that's 7.7 yards per play, and that's incredibly respectable. And you have to think about all the possessions that we lost because of good plays, because of the punt return for a touchdown, because of the short field on the one fumble recovery and the touchdown on the other, on the one that was blocked. Man, I'm excited. It's great to be Gator. I don't remember the last time we saw a game like this where we were so good and at least respectable in all 3 phases. Man, our special teams blew it out of the water. Man, Freddie Swain's a goat, man. That guy's a freak of nature.
Hey, man, I appreciate your time. Go Gators.
Yes, sir. Go Gators. Thanks for having me.
Call that back. Yeah, I mean, that is true. The special teams took a couple possessions away with a return right there by Freddie Swain. But again, the third down defense is what's jumping off my screen. I'm not trying to be nitpick. I'm not trying to be picky. But third down is a problem. And you got to improve on third down.
You said loud.
Yep. What's the score on that Alabama Ole Miss game? Anybody know? Shoot me a score on the screen. My mama born and raised in Alabama, I'm afraid to admit. Do that shit all the time.
Hello?
Is it great to be a Gator?
Great. It's always great to be a Gator, Lance.
Well, I mean, we talked about it. All I want to see is...
It's you want me to get that score to the game? 28-7, Alabama.
Damn, that didn't take long. I appreciate that, my friend.
I'm watching it right now, but go ahead, man.
Check that. I mean, all I wanted to see this week was a commitment to the run, and I seen it.
And that's what you got.
25 rushing attempts, the 16 pass plays when Felipe Franks was in the game, and that's what I want to see, man. If we can run the ball, play special teams, we got to get better on third down defense. But the only thing I can complain about today is third down defense. Everything else was beautiful. The tackling was good. The quarterback pressure was unbelievable. Zamar Zuniga showed up. And again, having C.C. Jefferson out there gets these guys one-on-one, and they can wreak that kind of havoc. But, man, tell me what you seen, man. Because I love the commitment. All I wanted was a commitment to the run. I got it. And I'm fucking fired up about it.
You know what's funny, Lance? Everything you said really happened. That's the only thing they swear you don't know about Florida. He said as soon as C.C. Jefferson get back and they Reese get back, defense going to play better. What they did, played better. Defense was a totally different defense this week. We ain't go. I'm telling you, going on with the season, I've seen a lot of physicality, aggressiveness on the defense today. I like that. And you know, Felipe gonna be fine, man. He just got to get over his jitters. You know, he always got a little. He's always a little nervous, a little bit. He'll get over that eventually. It'll come with time. So I ain't really stressing on him. He did a great job rebounding off of that mistake he made. Right. But the run game, ooh, I like to see that. The blocking was good today. Now offensive line looked physical. They was out there slinging them boys around. I really like it. Kadarius Toney gonna be a #1 draft pick. Like I heard the dude say we ain't got no draft pick on our team. You crazy as hell. Swain going to the league. Kadarius is going to the league. All our receivers gonna go to the league. A running back gonna go to the league. I don't know what he's talking about, but I don't know, Lance. Overall performance, it was a great performance. 48 points. I'll take that all day. Yeah,
you got to love a special team. Frame with a punt return touchdown. You had 2 blocks. The first one was more of a sack than a block. And then on the second one, man, Amari Burney, the true freshman, stepping up with a block. Tyree Cleveland recovered in the end zone. Just huge momentum plays. And again, like Mullen said at the beginning of the season, if you win special teams, you ain't got to be great on offense. But again, 10 possessions, and you scored on 6 of those. That's pretty high, man.
Yeah, because we kept scoring on special teams. That's why we only had six scores, because we had what we scored on the special teams. So a lot of them was good. But like you said, Lance, I mean, I think only thing up on the way up is only way we're gonna go is up. We're gonna keep getting better, because all that Kentucky loss, put it behind us, put it in the rear view. That was just a wake up call, man. Like you said, streets are meant to be broken. Or, you know, it is what it is. But I think we're gonna go. I don't know. I feel like Georgia. We're gonna give Georgia. They got to see us. Georgia got to tighten up. We coming, Georgia. We coming. We coming, Georgia. First it's gonna be Mississippi State first.
Yeah, well, we gotta go to Knoxville next week.
Yeah, I know. I ain't sleeping on Tennessee. I'm not sleeping on them at all.
Their offensive line looks suspect, so I'll give us an advantage there. But only if we can play the run like we did. If they can run the ball, they're gonna beat us. But that's just true for any team. But again,
how you felt about our offensive line? You feel like they did a little bit better? You think they look better than them?
I never was down on this offensive line. I thought they took a beating for last week. I thought they were labeled soft for no damn reason. I thought they were called out for no damn reason. I thought their individual performance was called out for no damn reason. And again, last week, I don't care to address it, but this team ain't soft, man. And this offensive line, I told you, I can't judge them until we commit to the run. We committed to the run today, and nobody's got nothing to say about the offensive line, do they?
And you know they don't.
You damn right they don't. Because I told you. What'd I tell you, son? I told you, Coach Mullen will adjust. He ain't going to keep doing the same things. If the game plan didn't work last week, guess what? Scrap it. We're going to commit to the run. He did it. I give the man credit. We called him out. He got the job done. But more importantly, the players stepped up. And that's what you like to see, man.
Let me ask you a question, Lance. I know you got to hurry up before you trying to move on. So let me ask you, do you think every game now it's going to be a dog fight? Every game they got to see us. Every game they're going to have to line up, line of scrimmage every game. They're going to have to run it with us. We're a different team. We got to be 55% run. We can't even afford to be balanced. I mean, and when I say run, I want to see more Tony in the Wildcat. I want to see our running backs get more carries from a group standpoint. But here's the deal. In order to do that, you got to be more efficient on third down defense, and we're giving up way too many third downs on defense. It's killing our offense, and it's killing our defense. And that was a bad that scheme they did when they took Chauncey. That was a smart call by their offense. That was a smart call by their offense, but that was a bad call by our defense. You don't take the person in the secondary. You don't take him out of the game like that. You feel me? That's why they even scored. They wasn't even going to score. They wasn't going to get no touchdown had they wouldn't have took him out of the game.
I ain't even talking about the touchdown. I'm talking about all the way through the game. The third down.
Right. Yeah,
they
third down. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
3rd and 9. I remember 3rd and 7, 3rd and 9. I mean, just way too many third downs we're giving up.
Yeah, we got to stop that.
And most of them are when they're in obvious passing downs. And that's really disappointing to me. I know you're down Marco Wilson. I know you're down cornerback help. But again.
But C.J. Henderson played a hell of a game, Lance.
He did. I'm not down on the secondary. We're getting a lot of pressure. We're getting a lot of pressure with our front four, but we're not covering very well. And a lot of that's just because of the injuries and the bodies we're missing. But again, it don't matter. If you want to win the games, I don't care about total defense. I care about your third down defense. You got to get off the field.
Yeah, you're right. No, you're right about that, Lance.
You can give up 1,000 yards, but you got to get off the field on third down, especially critical third downs that are momentum changers.
Right. Like this week coming up, like you said, this week coming up, we got Knoxville, so we can't let them. We're great at putting them in third and long, but we can't stop them on third and long. Like you said, we're great at putting them at third and long, but we got to stop them.
Yeah, I mean, I just want to get this to y'all, man. We had 2 passing touchdowns today, 2 rushing, 2 field goals, 2 touchdowns by our special teams, 2 forced fumbles, 2 sacks with Zuniga on 1 drive. So the Florida Gators are alive, man. I mean, this is why I hate when people get down and they want to jump ship. Do what?
Where we soft at, Lance? Where we soft at?
I never said we never was soft. You better call the media. You better call some other fans because Lance and Jasper wasn't buying that shit.
You know the media they going down talking all day, man. They need to listen to Lance. If you don't listen to Lance, everybody out there y'all listening to Lance. Y'all better drink that Lance-Aid.
It's like
I'm drinking Lance-Aid now.
I appreciate you saying that, my friend, because here's the deal. The reason I was so angry last week, the reason I was so hot with our fan base, because here's the deal. When we beat Tennessee and we go on the road and beat Mississippi State, you can't say we're soft if you beat Mississippi State. So what's the narrative going to be? Every journalist in America is going to look like idiots. And you can't say that they got better in 2 weeks. You don't become soft to good in 3 damn weeks. If you're soft, you're soft. If you got a microwave mentality, it don't disappear in 3 weeks. The media was wrong. They labeled this team for no reason. They called the players out for no damn reason. It was an overreaction. And damn it, I'm sick of the media pissing in my damn face and telling me it's rain because I know better, and I try to tell Gator Nation we came in that game overconfident. It wasn't a lack of talent. The coaches made some bad calls. Everybody looked in the mirror. The real Gator team showed up today. Don't give me the damn competition. Give me the execution. Give me the commitment to the run. Give me the special teams. And the Florida Gators and the Mullinade are cruising to an 11-1 season. You better get used to it because the Florida Gators are back and the media in Gainesville. If I reported like y'all's ass, you wouldn't have to fire me. I'd quit my damn job.
Go Gators, Lance. Go Gators.
The media makes me fucking sick. Label a man soft. Now, as soon as we win at Tennessee, as soon as we win at Mississippi State, we won't be soft no more. But you can't say you're soft in week 2 and then say you're not after week 5. That shit, it just don't go together, media. You can't change the narrative that damn quick. It just don't happen. Nope. You stuck your foot in your damn mouth. You stuck your pen down your throat. And you're stuck. And when we beat Mississippi State, Lance and Jasper's coming after every one of your asses. Graham Hall, Nick Latour, Pat Dooley. You're going to hear from Lance and Jasper. You're going to hear from Lance and Jasper.
Hell yeah.
Pat Dooley sleeps in Lance Jasper pajamas, by the way. I send him a fresh pair every Christmas. Don't let him lie to you. Ask his brother. He'll tell you. Who you want? Boss Gator, Silver Probably won't.
Boss.
What about King Yada? Call King Yada. He always cool. I know King Yada probably watching. Fire those. Let's get some hype on here. I know he's up. No matter who we beat. When they come up on our schedule, we'll win the next game. In the game after that. And the next game. All you can do is beat who's on the schedule, son. You played the damn Middle Tennessee Fire Department today. Don't be talking about wins. Yeah. So, what about Smoke? Are you up today? I like that guy a lot. We'll get y'all some guests on here, get this thing rolling. But really, man, all I wanted to see was commit the run. I seen it. That's all I wanted to see. Don't matter about competition to me. I seen a mindset that we're going to need to be successful. That's all I need to see.
Hello.
Hey, man, Lance and Jasper.
What up, man?
How you feeling?
good, man. I'm in the store right quick. I can call you back.
All right.
All right.
Hit me up on. Hey, call me back on this number. You get it right. I smoke in the store. Let's see what he has to say. But I gotta tell you, man. Again, commitment to the run, better tackling, defense didn't get cut up by Bubba. I know that's more of a passing team, but again, Tennessee ain't offensive line. It's worse than that team I seen today. And I'm taking shots. And I'm calling out. I'm getting all confident. It's just evaluation of tape, my friend. And I just don't see how they beat us unless they can gas us. And hopefully getting David Reese back next week. Hopefully Sean Davis will be back. That'll help immensely in our run game. But I was really proud of Rashad Jackson, Samari Zuniga, Paul I set up. My man Kyrie Campbell, the double nickel. I love that kid, man. Made some plays. James Houston stepped up today. Miller was in there late. But again, really proud, man. The secondary didn't miss tackles in the open field. Just again, all overall, better performance, more effort, more pride. Playing like Gators. How are you feeling now? Boston Coast.
You want to call boss?
I want to call a show, 423-509-7007.
You want to call boss?
George? George?
In Gainesville?
Call anybody. I don't give a fuck who it is.
Yeah.
Whoever you're on.
Gator man.
Sure. Give me a shot. You probably want to answer.
For Chris in Gainesville?
Yeah, Christian got him. Call that phone.
Okay.
He won't answer. We'll call him anyway.
They had some fun after they won, man. They were talking after a loss.
Hello?
It's Lance and Jack now, son.
What?
Oh, what are they saying about us now? How do they like us now, man? I mean, where's the real Gator fans at? Give me a break.
They ain't saying nothing. Mike Bianchi, Pat Dooley, Delatore, all those folks are going to be eating some crow served by the one and only Lance right to them, cutting it up for them, feeding it to them, choking them with it, because to say this team was soft is the biggest joke I've ever heard. You talking about championship level special teams, brother. I haven't seen special teams like that since the gang we had back there in 06 and 08. I'm talking about championship level. When you score in that many different ways and balling like that, and I'll tell you this, I was just texting the group saying, and I thought that you had done it, Swamp Kid said that you did, I think Kentucky's going to beat Mississippi State next week.
I said it in the preseason. I've said it all year long. I had Kentucky at 8 wins. People don't understand this Kentucky team. Then a couple of weeks, the media won't say that was a bad loss. They won't say we lost to a bad team. And when we beat Mississippi State, they can't say we're soft no more, Clay. And here's the deal. You can't say that we changed the mindset in 3 weeks. You can't say that you come from soft to hard in 3 weeks. The bottom line is the local media stuck their damn foot in their mouth. And when we win these next 3 games, the next 2 games in September from me, because they choked, man. It was a bad narrative. The players didn't deserve to be called out. If the coach wants to call them out, it's one thing. But you don't paint a broad picture about a team after 1 game, especially in week 2. You with me?
Yeah, what up?
Hey, let me call you right back. Hold up. Clay, you with me?
Yeah, I don't know what happened there.
I'm sorry. Somebody else was calling. I lost you. I was trying to ignore it, but it didn't work. But again, I mean, the media stuck their foot in their mouth by labeling this team soft. And when we beat Tennessee and Mississippi State, they ain't gonna have nothing to say, because you know what I know. You don't go from being soft to hard in 2 weeks. You don't change a McElwain mentality. They painted a broad picture for no damn reason. And I'll tell you, I'm fired up about it because I know they're wrong. They're wrong.
Well, now
pissed
you got
me off.
you got people like Frank Frangie in Jacksonville tweeting out pictures of the stadium not being full before kickoff, knowing good and damn
Who cares?
that people come in at the last minute because it's so daggum hot on the visitor side that they're waiting till the last minute to come in there, and he's tweeting that stuff out to push the narrative like people aren't coming to the games. It never ends with these guys.
Nobody was going to this game anyway. Wait till the LSU game. If the LSU game's empty, then I want to know. Then I'll get worried. But you don't worry about the stadium not being full against Colorado State. Give me a damn break.
Exactly.
Win or lose.
It's the constant negative narrative that the media that follows and writes for UF constantly bashing the Gators. That's all they do. You listen to these other beat writers for Alabama, Auburn, Georgia, Ole Miss. All they do is provide fluff and positivity to their teams. But no, the UF beat writers, all they do is diss the program, diss the team, about how they're soft, how they suck. Nobody goes to the games. Well, you know what? This coaching staff and these players are about to change all of them, and they're going to have to choke on that crow that they're going to have to eat, because when Kentucky beats Mississippi State, everybody's going to talk about, well, maybe we were wrong about Kentucky. But you know who wasn't wrong about Kentucky? Lance and Jasper, because he said it from day one. And I'm on board with you now, brother, because Terry Wilson and Snell are the real deals. They put it all hurting on that team today, and it was a Terry Wilson and Benny Snell show.
Well, Mississippi State ain't taking Kentucky serious. They're looking forward to the game after that, the Florida Gators. I don't think they'll have the mental focus, and Kentucky ain't a team to sleep on. And I like their defensive ends, but if you're too aggressive, Terry Wilson will make you pay for getting out of position, as you well seen.
All day long.
And Benny Snell ain't nothing to deal with. And again, they got more weapons than that. C.J. Conrad tight end. So they got some pieces. They're at home. I like Kentucky in that game. But I liked them before they beat Florida. So it ain't just, they beat Florida, so I think they beat anybody. I had them beat Mississippi State in the preseason. Go back and watch the show.
But see, these folks don't realize that Terry Wilson was a very highly sought-after quarterback coming out of junior college. Okay, sometimes guys have to go to junior college. I mean, hell, Aaron Rodgers went to junior college. Sometimes quarterbacks have to take a different route in the school they're going to, but Terry Wilson's the real deal. But the thing that bothers me, Lance, is you got all these guys talking about how porous the defense is and how soft it is, yet they fail to mention we're missing our best cornerback in Marco Wilson. We're missing our best linebacker in David Reese, and we're missing our best edge rusher in Stixie Jefferson the first two games. They failed to mention that. All they want to talk about is the team that's on the field. They want to talk about the injuries and the people that are suspended and people that are coming back. But it's just like last year. They didn't want to talk about all the players that were suspended. But I tell you what, Lance, and you were right on the money on this. Damian Pierce is a beast. That kid is a monster. And if I'm Dan Mullen, I start P-Ryan, and I have my second back as Pierce, and I go with that. I'll let Scarlett ease his way into it, maybe be the third down back. But those two guys seems like to me they want it more than the other guys.
Well, I like Scarlett. I thought he showed up today. But again, it really don't matter to me who gets the ball as long as we're committed to the run. And that's all I wanted to see this week was a commitment to the run. And I seen it. And the reason you're not seeing the guys get enough carries is because our third down defense is killing us. They're not creating enough possessions for our offense. I mean, we're getting slaughtered on third down, man. It's mind-blowing. I mean, we're winning. But, man, the third down defense is unbelievable.
Yeah,
we only had 11 possessions. That's not good. We only had 10 last week.
Colorado State had more first downs than we did, and that is a direct reflection of our third down defense. But I do think the more time that Grantham has with this defense, the better off we're going to be because of his elaborate blitzing schemes. But I tell you what, having David Reese back, I think, is going to make a world of difference. So I'm looking forward to him coming back.
Yeah, I think moving into this game with Tennessee because, I mean, their offensive line is suspect. You know we can get the pass rush. We proved that. I mean, especially with C.C. Jefferson back, it allows Zuniga and Polak to get one-on-ones, and they just can't be blocked, man. Zuniga, man, he can turn it up. 2 sacks today. And, man, the forced fumbles we're getting. But, yeah, David Reese in the middle stopping the run because that's Tennessee's only hope. If they can run between the tackles, they can beat us. But if we can glue that gun up and make them throw, our pass rush will destroy Tennessee. And again, when we go on the road this week,
in the SEC.
Oh, yeah, David Reed. I mean, 102 tackles in 11 games last year. I mean, that's what I'm saying. It ain't like C.C. Jefferson and David Reed, they're two of the best players in the SEC, not just on the Florida Gators. We're talking about two of the best players in the SEC, all in the nation. I mean, so it ain't an excuse, and they want to say we're soft. That's what pisses me off about our media, and I know you feel the same way, but, man, they ain't going to have nothing to write about in 2 weeks, and I'm going to whip every one of their asses on the tailgate.
Well, I can't wait to hear what Pat Dooley's going to say because I'm sick and tired.
Well, you know what they're going to say. They're going to say the competition, you can't get nothing out of this game. And I don't care about the competition. Again, all I wanted to see is what I wanted to see last week and the week before, a commitment to the run. And this was the first game I seen it. And if we're going to do that, we're going to win. But if we're going to throw the ball 30-plus a game, we're not winning any game. That's just how it is. But again, 25 rushes, 16 pass plays when Felipe Franks is in the game. Now, that's a recipe for success when you keep Franks under 20 passes.
Sprinkle in some special teams with Freddie Swain. Anytime he touches the ball, he's got a chance to take it to the house, blocking kicks left and right. I'm telling you, man, the special teams this year is like championship level, brother. I mean, it hasn't been like this in a long time. I mean, that's like having a secret weapon in your pocket.
Yeah, if you win special teams, you win 90% of your games. That's a proven stat. I mean, Urban Meyer talks about it all the time. I know Dan Mullen feels the same way. And I try to tell you, man, the special teams with electric. 2 field goals, 2 touchdowns today. I mean, that's how you get it done, man.
Freddie Swain having a touchdown. We would have had another one, too, if it wasn't for, I think it was a hold. But I'm excited, man. I'm excited that we're finally committed to the run. I'm excited about getting the guys back on defense that we're missing. You know, I feel bad for Marco Wilson, but I think the more that time goes on, we get Sean Davis back, and the more snaps that Trey Dean gets, and you know, with Amari Burney making plays on special teams, the sky's the limit, man.
Well, there's a. I mean, I hate that Wilson got hurt too, but it's just going to make us that much better next year. Trey Dean's going to grow up in a hurry, and we're going to be blessed for next year because of this. So, you know, it happens to the best of them. Wilson will come back. But, hey, man, I appreciate your time, man. Go Gators.
All right, go Gators, brother. Talk to you later.
Give me smoke. Give me smoke. What'd I do?
You took my phone off charge? It
wasn't on charge. It was sitting right here in the chair.
It was on charge. I had plugged up.
Where's the cord at, then? Well, there wasn't no cord on it when I picked it up. Give me a smoke up.
It was, will you get my charger over there?
Yeah.
It's right beside the chair. And,
Yo.
All right, Lance and Jasper. Sorry about the confusion, my friend.
You good, man? What's good?
Oh man, I just feel I'm just glad I haven't talked to you since the season started. I don't think.
Yeah, I think I missed your call the other day.
Yeah, that's okay. But let me tell you what I seen that I've been wanting to see: a commitment to the run. And man, I got to tell you, man, I thought last week asking Franks to throw it 38 times was setting that man up to fail. But again, I like that coaching adjustment and committing to the run this week. How do you see us? How do you feel about this team now and going forward?
Yeah, I think, man, that was good that we established that run tonight. That was good that we established that run tonight. Because, shit, man, next week we got Tennessee at Tennessee, 7 o'clock. That's going to be kind of, we're going to have to get that run game going right now. Because that run, like you said, open up the pass, man. Because you see Van Jefferson was open for that touchdown late in the game. That was opened up by the running game.
You better believe it. 3 straight runs and you throw deep. I mean, that's how you do it, man. I mean, they creep up. It's just human nature. And again, the play calling was masterful tonight. I really like the commitment to the run for the coaching staff. Special teams was amazing. And you're right, man. If you're going to go on the road, you better pack a running game and you better play good special teams. So if we can continue that moving forward, we're going to win a lot of games. And how'd you feel about the media calling this team soft?
I mean, last week we was playing soft, but they gotta get a hold of Hevesy attitude. Hevesy, if you watch Mississippi State, the way they run the ball, the offensive line block aggressively. And that offensive line, they was acting kind of soft last week. We should have over. We should have ran Kentucky out of here, but that we can't talk about last week. But we did a good job this week. A lot of the pulling. I see Tyler Jordan getting down the line a little bit better this week. Shit, man. I don't know. Heggie coming back gonna be big too.
I don't see how somebody can look at last week's tape and say the offensive line was soft when we threw the ball 38 times and Jordan Scholar had 7 rushes. That just ain't gonna win a lot of ball games. To me, I ain't trying to hate on Dan Mullen or act like I'm smarter than Dan Mullen, but think about it, Smoke. If you're gonna ask Felipe Franks to throw the ball 30 plus times, you're setting him up to fail. That's just bottom line.
Yeah.
I ain't saying put the loss on Dan Mullen. The players execute and they make plays, and we had some drop passes. But again, there wasn't a commitment to the run last week, proven by the fact you got 2nd and 1 on the 3-yard line, and you want to throw the ball and take a sack. That ain't commitment to the run, my friend.
But shit, man, that offensive line got a little bit.
That's real talk, man. Come on now. If Doug Nussmeier made that call, oh man.
But that offensive line, that offensive line got to step up. They play soft left. You got Martez Ivey. He's supposed to be one of the top offensive linemen coming out.
He went up against one of the best defensive ends in America, man. Josh Allen. Are you kidding me?
If he gonna be the best, then if you gonna be the best, you got to go against the best. You got to dominate the best.
He held his own. I'm gonna say he dominated, but he held his own. I don't think he played soft. I just think the play calling didn't allow the Seniors to succeed on offense. That's just how I feel about it. I could be wrong, but that's all I like about this show. Different opinions.
Yeah,
but this week, when you seen a commitment to the rush, 16 passes, 25 rushes, to me, that's how you win ball games with Felipe Franks at quarterback. You don't throw it 25 and rush 16. We flipped it this week. The run game.
People want to get the stat mixed up with Felipe with his rushing yards. Hell, he pulling the ball and running. That's what he's supposed to do, being a smart quarterback. So you can't mix that up into he got more yards than Scarlett. He pull it. They can throw the ball more times than he pulling the ball and running.
When did you get ready?
So.
That ain't not going on now. Well, so how you feel moving forward, man? A lot of people wrote this team off. They said it was 8-4. They said it before the season, and now the fans are really on board. They lost all hope. We still gonna win 11 because I don't see anybody else beat us, man.
I told my boys this game we played today plus next week, that's gonna be the measuring stick. They got, especially going in next week, they got to stand up because man, we got LSU, Mississippi State coming up. There's gonna be some big games. You're gonna have to rely on that run heavy.
Yeah, that's gonna be. win or lose Mississippi State, we're gonna be beat up, man. Coming back home for LSU, so
yeah,
we're gonna need some depth. We're gonna need to get some good rest. So we really need to go on the road against Tennessee and take care of business because the games after that are really gonna be physical. We don't need to mess around and give them hope and fuck around like we did in Kentucky and get beat again. But if we commit to the run, I think we got that game, and I'm pretty sure today was a sign we're committing to the run.
You got something in Pierce, man. You got something in Pierce. Keep
you got something. I thought all our running backs looked good today. I saw Scarlett look better than he had. I seen a lot of yards after contact. A lot of yards after contact.
And P-Ron looked good, too.
Yeah, he did. And I would expect Tony to get more touches moving forward.
Yeah.
But again, we only had 11 possessions, so I think we ran out. Somebody said 45 plays, so it ain't enough to get everybody the amount of touches that we want to see. But if we can get a little bit better on third down defense, you'll see more possessions.
And
then you'll see more touches.
People gonna start kicking away from Freddie Swain, so they're gonna start messing up and kicking out of bounds. That's gonna get better field position. It's coming. It's coming,
baby. We coming to Atlanta, town near you, 2018 in Florida. We'll win the SEC, man. But I appreciate your time, bro. I won't hold you up. But hey, man,
all right, take it easy.
This is a weak game, but I know we're gonna be hot after the Tennessee game. So I'm gonna call you up, man, and let's get this thing right.
Oh, yeah, 7 o'clock, baby.
All right, I'm going to call you up after the game, Tennessee, Florida. We'll get it down good because I like you, man. There ain't really nothing to get fired up about over a game like this. You did what you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
All right, man. I'm going to see you Tennessee week, man. Go Gators.
All right, now take it easy. Go Gators.
All right, man. Yeah, I get it. It's a non-conference game. All I want to see was a commitment to the run. I seen it. Props to the special teams, defense, forced fumbles, tackling better, offensive line. I don't want to tell y'all something about anyway. Calling out this offensive line, man. This Gator thing's for real. 11-1 season. We winning out, going to Atlanta. Just hard for the Mutts. Go Gators.